This my song right here. CBT Naruto. This my song right here. Hey! Way, yeah. Yeah. This is the song. This is the song right here. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, hold up. Yeah! Yeah.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. New course to most of the golfers on tour, this challenging layout just opened in 2015. Today, we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobila will be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point.
Another great design from Brian Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some excellent choice of holes, and you get to see the changes in elevation. You get this on a windy day, and of course 7,700 yards will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich. Really did.
birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
Great start.
Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Settles in over the putt. Just misses. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Now at the fifth here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there.
Should be safely on deck.
Just a beautiful approach shot. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. This will require a good strike from 180 yards away. Frank, what has stood out for you watching this player into these wins?
A lot of smart decisions. Not trying to fight the wind, using it, and really just a lot of good strikes, one after the other.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Really. This is an awkward length. Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot. Miss a short one, also one shot.
And that's painful. Trying to stay steady, make a par. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway. It's 278 yards, and if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong, 300 yards. So really, I don't know if driver's the play. Maybe even 3 wood's too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It is only 165 yards.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Frank, what's ahead after missing the par 3 here?
Well, a tricky little shot coming up, but really this is a difficult par 3, so if you can get this up and down, it still won't be a lost cause.
Don't think, just hit.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So 9 holes down here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Checking out this 10th hole, Frank. Is this a typo? 592 yards, but it's a par 4, not a par 5. What gives?
The reason why that tee shot, severe elevation, so we can at least sort of chew 30 or 40 yards off that number. But I'm not saying this hole's short, that's for sure. So that bunker just at the start of the fairway on the left certainly comes into play. The other feature, or interesting feature here at 10, is the shared green. This green shares that little piece of property with 13. Just divided by that little pot bunker in the middle.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Let's get it. Let's go.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making drive or almost too much club, all very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. Little bit uphill. Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 12th hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage, that hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
I knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect, right down the middle of the fairway.
Second shot.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Settles in over the putt. Good putt. Par 3 14th, headed over Lake Zimmer. Old man Zimmer was a legend in these parts here in Maine at Lighthouse Point. All you want here, Frank, at 240 yards. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. And in for birdie. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green. The only problem is if you go long.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over
Let's
and over.
get it. Let's go.
Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity. this is right at it.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. He's made it. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day. He's going for a little extra. Oh, huge.
Woo-hoo.
Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. This is an eagle putt. And it is down for an eagle.
We in
We
there.
arrive here at 18.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
yeah,
about
we
the-
in there.
We so often hear up here in New England. You can't get there from here, or can you at this par 4 finishing hole? Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. That's the idea. Just knock it in.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
Shout out to 2019 Disney's Lion King being out 1 month and 1 day today. It came out on July 19, 2019, and today is August 20th, 2019. CBT Naruto. Over and out.